Hello gamers! Zulrah is one of my favorite bosses in old school RuneScape and is definitely my highest kill count. It's a great entry into higher level PvM, a good way to warm up before raids with your friends, and a very consistent and solid moneymaker. I figured since I'm in the middle of a Zulrah grind right now as my return to the game, I'd go ahead and remake this guide from a couple years ago because I think I can do a much better job of it now. If you're struggling with Zulrah, most of the time it's going to be because you just don't have a solid order of operations down, and today we're going to fix that so you can start farming. First things first, I strongly recommend grabbing the Zulrah plugin on the RuneLite plugin hub. After downloading it, go into Settings under Zulrah Helper and turn on prayer icons under phase overlays. This will show you an icon of what protection prayers to use depending on what phase Zulrah is on. Now, for gear and inventory, I realize I'm a maxed main using Crystal and Bofa with Ancestrals and a Trident and Ring of Suffering, but you can do Zulrah with lower level setups like Dragonhide and Mystics, Rune Crossbow and Ivan's Blast, and Rings of Recoil. Your kills with a lower level setup will obviously be slower, so you want to adjust your inventory setup based on that. In my case, with this gear and 99 prayer, I only need 2 prayer potions even if I get like a 5 or 6 kill trip. I'll leave a link in the description to the wiki's gear and inventory recommendations, but generally you just want to bring the best mage and range gear that you can and combo food to avoid getting stacked out. And last but not least, our order of operations are as follows. Change prayer and position first. You want to prioritize prayer changes over literally anything else. Position to avoid poison dookie clouds and stand next to pillars to safe spot melee phases when possible. On your way between positions is the ideal time for you to change gear and heal up or pot up as necessary. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into some slaying. Alright, starting out, we'll run to the right to avoid the poison dookie clouds. She's not going to attack us on this phase, so we can just turn on augury and start slapping. I personally like to keep my prayer book open so I can immediately hit pray, range, or mage if she pops up in either of those forms after the first phase. She comes up red here, so I hit, dodge, and click the melee phase in the helper. The helper tells us she's going to be mage next, so as soon as she goes down, we turn on pray mage and swap into our range gear. After this phase, she'll be green, so once she goes down, we click to move and change to protect from range into our mage gear and click the helper option that shows the position that she's currently in once she pops back up. Next up, she'll be red. The pillars are a safe spot for melee phase as long as there aren't poison dookie clouds sitting at them. She'll swing and miss both attacks if we stand here. Quick pro tip, by the way, if you have menu entry swapper, you can shift right click a snakeling and swap left click to walk here to avoid accidentally attacking one of them instead of running to your next position. After this red phase, she'll be blue. We pray mage and swap into range gear once she goes down. I'm talking through this the way that I am to really drill in the order of operations here. We prioritize changing prayer and position, then gear, then doing damage. On the next kill, I'll be dragging it out a bit to show how the Jad Phase is handled too. Once again, we start at the right to avoid poison clouds. Click augury, attack. Be prepared to pray range or mage. She comes up green. Pray range, attack. The helper shows that we'll be running up to the pillar on this side for the next red phase. She comes up red. All we gotta do here is attack. Remember, this is a safe spot. Next up is blue. I swap prayer, gear, then position here because I waited to move because of the clouds. Next up is green. I don't need to move, just change prayer and gear. Next is blue, same deal. After this blue phase will be the Jad phase, starting with Mage. Jad phase will always be green, but the first attack can be either style. The helper is telling us which one it will be first for this rotation. Blue phase goes down, we continue praying Mage. As the magic projectile is mid-air, we swap to pray range and vice versa. The damage roll for the attack happens before the animation. Just watch my timing closely. Again, as one attack is mid-air, I'm changing my prayer for the next attack style. And then after this blue phase, it'll reset and she'll be phase 1 green again, except this time she will be attacking you instead of just putting poison dookie clouds all over the ground. And then after a quick trip to the bank, I'm going to drive it home with one more demonstration kill and send you on your way. Once again, we start by running to our right, her left, to the end of the island to avoid poison clouds. She goes into phase 2 red, so we attack, dodge, click the red phase in the helper, and see that her next phase will be Mage. As red Zulrah goes down, we turn on Pray Mage and swap into our range gear. The helper shows us that her next phase is green, so we'll be praying range and moving to the pillar on the opposite side of the arena indicated by the X on the helper. Next phase is Mage in the same position, so all we have to worry about here is switching to Protect from Mage and throwing on our range gear. After this Mage phase is Melee phase, same position. We turn off overhead prayer and throw on the Mage gear. Remember, the pillar is a safe spot, so she'll swing and miss twice before her next phase, which is green, so you have some downtime here. As red goes down, we turn on Protect from Range and change position to the tile indicated by the helper, attack, and that's another KC done. And that's pretty much it. Zulrah can be tough to get into if it's your first time doing a boss that requires gear and prayer switches and more precise movement than something like Jad or KBD. But once you get the order of operations down and get into the fight's rhythm, it'll be much easier. Just remember, pray and position first, then gear, then damage. Don't be afraid to safe up because she can and will stack you out on mage phases. And don't get discouraged, keep trying and you will get it down. I still make mistakes and die, and I have over 4,000 kills. It happens to the best of us. I hope this helped you out somehow, some way, and if anyone watching this has extra pointers to add, feel free to do so in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.